I should have seen that one coming.
Dire team ban.
No.
Na'Vi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Spirit.
Na'Vi's turn to pick.
Bat Rider!
Vengeful spirit.
Dire team ban. Na'Vi's turn to ban.
And we are back. Our second best of one here for WePlay Season 3 is about to kick off. You can hear the little lady announcer there telling us that the draft is actually progressing relatively quickly. Both of these teams snappy with their picks and bans, getting straight to the punches. Na'Vi take on Tornado.RoX. Na'Vi sitting pretty at the top of the table currently with 5 wins, 1 loss. They're reaching that halfway point here in the CIS group stage, while Tornado.RoX 1 and 4. Not looking particularly great, so they need these wins to snatch some, grab some bigger teams like Natus and Vincere. Find out how they do, as I can welcome in my co-caster Heen. What do you think about these opening drafts so far?
Yeah, I think the last time we casted Na'Vi's game, really clean and well executed, and you mentioned how General, him being sort of new to the offlane, he used to play mid before. We only saw him play Bat Rider, Nature's Prophet, and Void back then, and so in that particular game he played Master, which we possibly guessed like what he was going to play. But it looks like Na'Vi, having secured that early Bat Rider pick, General is going to play an off-lane Bat Rider, and Wisp duo for Dendi mid maybe. It could still be Bat Rider mid, Bat Rider Wisp Gary.
Definitely. I'm still with you though with the General offlane Bat Rider. That definitely has been his go-to hero. Na'Vi currently 79 in 6 thanks to our stats guy Cart, who's joining us today as well. Bat Rider their most hero, 7 wins and 2 losses. General so far, and Chen for art style, that super aggressive hero. Not too surprising it's banned out in the first phase by Tornado.RoX. Again, 5 wins and 2 losses. Na'Vi, they've been pretty monstrous past 2 weeks. With their aggressive playstyle, but Wisp Bat against the Earth Spirit, Vengeful Spirit. Tornado.RoX, they've got placement, got the roaming capabilities here of ES. Get up in the face of Na'Vi as Brood, Quap, Sven, and Enchantress are all banned out, and Na'Vi say, you know what, we go straight on into the Spectre.
Spectre. Like, so early, but it sort of makes a lot of sense. Lineup. We have double global on the Wisp and Spectre, and Bat Rider is also good with both the IO for his initiation abilities as well as Spectre. You can drag people out and Johnson and get that nice desolate damage for the full duration.
10 seconds remaining.
I wonder how Tornado are going to approach this. Because usually against Spectre, you either, crush the Spectre early game, or you go for some, like, it almost looks like they're letting Spectre have some farm, but, like, game, like, the DP, push down towers, and so that it's almost impossible for Spectre to, team fight into them, or get a fast enough radiance to...
Fourth pick Na'Vi here. They are lacking in these kind of teamfight control abilities. They don't have any big stuns. They've got Bat Rider Lasso, and that's about it. But definitely needs to get that running start into his Blink Dagger if he wants to be of massive importance in this game. While Tornado.RoX, they've got tons of teamfight control between Edge and ES. I'm just worried a little bit here about wave clear and keeping the DP away from these towers. Zeus against Death Prophet in lane that hasn't been, terribly tragic. DP kind of walks over a lot of the mids currently. Shoves them out of lane with that Soul Siphon or Spirit Siphon. That's just honestly the most difficult thing to handle if you're a mid laner. But Zeus has kind of shown some success staying back from the creep wave, trading farm. Can't just heavily push your tier 1s too quickly anyway. And that obviously plays into the Spectre as well. Zeus plus Spectre, the global potential there. Batrider able to jump around and he's get these controlling lassos off. Does put a lot of pressure onto your supports. Because then you're looking at, Seneko and Artstyle and thinking, you need heroes that have these fight-changing abilities, the big stuns, the big ultis, that just swing a fight so the rest of the team can actually do the damage. Na'Vi might go for one of those big team fight supports first. Zeus until 5th. It does risk it being banned out by Tornado.RoX.
Navi's hero pool for the 5 position support is good because I have the Wisp and Spectre. I need some kind of support hero that can start something. Silencer, not quite what I was thinking. It's good for the global. Obviously, now you have a 3rd source of global contribution to the team. So with a Silencer pick, I think Na'Vi need, well, unless they're completely confident that General's going to get like a 12 to 15 minute dagger, then they need someone that can do a lot in team fight. Spectre alone won't be enough. Batrider isn't really damaged, neither is the Wisp or Silencer, so maybe like that Zeus you mentioned.
Wondering now, we've kind of skipped over the potential of the Wisp plus on dual mid. I guess Silence of Spectre is a decent lane. The global silence to kind of add in when you do Spectral Haunt, you blink Lasso, you silence up so you can't cancel the Batrider's initiation with a Spirit swap. That can work pretty nicely. I'm just a little worried about laning against the EP. And the thought jumps into my head that it could be Silencer in the mid-roll actually farming up against the Death Prophet. It's not unheard of, not too unusual. Na'Vi do aim towards. Their ban here will give something away, as Tornado.RoX more likely than not going to be aiming for that final carry hero. Safe laners. Yep, the safe sound ban there for them. Suggestions do you really have, Slark, Age, what could work out for them here?
Tornado, I think Slark is definitely a possibility. Slark does pretty well against Spectre, very good against Batrider, obviously. Might be a little tricky against Silencer. He can't really react to global silence. You have to predict it, or he needs to AB or Manta, such. But I'm kind of more focused on Na'Vi's last hero because their lineup is more like they need the right hero. Tornado.RoX, their lineup so far has been pretty standard. There's a lot of aspects. They have good wave clear, good roaming potential with the Venge and Earth Spirit, whereas Na'Vi, they don't really have that good catch unless Batrider gets a really fast play. And they have really bad wave clear so far. So it is going to look like a mid-silencer that you talked about, and to be honest, initially I wasn't very convinced because that would mean Spectre, Batrider, Silencer as the 3 cores would kind of have bad wave clear overall, other than maybe the Batrider. Or it could actually be like Dendi. I've seen that from time to time, although not recently.
Trouble always is, you're against the DP. Like, whenever you look at these lanes for Na'Vi, you could go here, but you're against the DP. This hero could go towards you're against the DP. Tornado.RoX, this Death Prophet is definitely going to be a thorn in the side for Na'Vi. No matter how they put their lanes up, but there's a Slark I mentioned. Out of Tornado.RoX. With that Dog Pact, be able to get out of the limited disables that Na'Vi do have, actually. Interesting to see, and Na'Vi, they switch things up. Dendi will be playing the Batrider in general on the Earthshaker. Other option that we kind of touched on was the Dendi mid Batrider, which kind of pushes general towards the off lane here for that Earthshaker. Get the most out of that lane up at top. Will allow Dendi perhaps get a faster blink dagger. Yeah, we or Tornado.RoX anticipated. While Ditchira stays on the Spectre, and Seneko will be that Wisp. RoX, they've got what feels like the superior roaming power, between Venge and Earth Spirit, they've got superior laning stage, with Darkseer being decent against the Spectre,
10 seconds
Death
remaining.
Prophet being good. That mid Batrider Ron should have
5 seconds remaining.
fairly good time up at lane. I don't know how you feel about Navi's laning presence here, but I kind of feel they have to be on the back foot, stack the jungle a little more, and maybe aim towards 25-30 minutes rather than first 15, which a lot of teams have really been ramping up towards recently.
Oh, you can't underestimate Batrider and Wisp combo though. It's like, it makes a lot of sense. The Batrider needs movement speed to get close in on the DP, then he needs to sustain, which Wisp is going to allow. If like Batrider rushes boots first and then Wisp that bottle at rush, heals him, that could mean like DP is going to have a trouble early game. And with you, I think we casted a lot of games where DP had a bad start. Probably one of the worst heroes to have like a bad start where you go like 0-4 at like 10 minutes. So what happens is like DP goes around by himself, looking for farm, looking for levels, and then you miss the timing where DP's supposed to be powerful. So Na'Vi do manage to punch at mid through the IO Batrider aggression, and the Earthshaker on general can rotate in occasionally. Then payoff is going to be, because other than DP, what's really going to stop Na'Vi from like farming the Spectre up? None of like RoX's heroes are particularly good at hitting towers. Slark is good fighting hero, a good power pushy hero. Same for Darkseer. He pushes out lanes, but doesn't really, force objectives.
Have though Navi's group up around the Roche pit as the game gets a little bit later on with the Bat, Earthshaker, Spectre be absolutely beastly in the later stages of the game, but WePlay.RoX. Wondering now about this Earth Spirit plus Darkseer. See the makings of dual lanes here from WePlay if they really want to. Back up this camp, farm it with Iron Shell, get Earth Spirit his levels. Roam towards mid if he really wants to. Controlling runes. I think Tornado.RoX have a slightly better time, even against Bat plus Wisp, having a Venge, Earth Spirit, and a Darkseer, with a Death Prophet from mid who can kind of roam onto these rune spots.
It's going to be up to the supports, like you said, Wisp and the Earthshaker for Na'Vi, and then Vengeful and the Earth Spirit. Who wins the early game engagements is really up to positioning and execution. I think I can see either side winning these early, like 2-minute, 4-minute rune grabs. And the Earth Spirit, like you mentioned, might go to the off lane with Darkseer, seeing as how Spectre Silencer isn't the can't really zone up the Darkseer. Ion Shell's gonna just push out the waves, and then Silencer has to back for cover, and that's where Earth Spirit can just roll out of nowhere from the trees, boulder smash into Silencer, and a lot of trouble.
Yeah, because Silencer in the laning stage against the Darkseer, he kind of wants to just stand his ground, act as a tower. He just wants to stand there and hit the Darkseer with his glaives for the first 30 seconds. Force the DS away from experience range, him away from level 2 for as long as you can. The Earth Spirit does come in, punch Artstyle a few times with an Orb of Venom, with an Iron Shell on him. Artstyle not only will be forced back, but might even die.
Yeah, especially because Soneko might go for a bottle rush, which means Artstyle has to buy everything, meaning poor stat Silencer, extremely squishy early on. Even like one Ion Shell on either the Earth Spirit and Darkseer might lead into a kill. This Earthshaker versus RoX's safe lane, assuming it's like the Vengeful and Slark.
It's not going to be
should
fun,
do
huh?
okay. Yeah, it should do okay. Slark should still get fun. Shaker not the best hero at pressuring enemy heroes, rather he gets EXP health and always supports because they're unable to reap equilibrium.
Drags that lane back. I'm actually wondering, with the prevalence of Iron Talon on offlane heroes nowadays, if we'll see that on Earthshaker, being able to farm this side camp and maybe get yourself a good influx of gold in the early stages of the game. Yeah, I don't think we've seen too much offlane Earthshaker recently anyway. We've seen lots of like Nyx Assassin, Beastmaster, a bit of Tide Hunter here and there that really can utilize Iron Talon and just jungle, farm themselves through. I wouldn't be surprised to see General pick that up, but he starts off with Brown Boots, Clarity, Tangos as well. Echo is not going to be a bottle rush. Style will be able to afford himself at least a Null Talisman actually with some Tangos. He gets himself
It's
some stat
opposite
items.
of what I would have guessed. A super strong silencer at level 1. Maybe Na'Vi predicted that they're gonna get dual aggroed by the Earth Spirit and Darkseer. You can see already the Venomore picked up on Yol, the Earth Spirit, looking for some crazy aggression possibly.
Oh, now Na'Vi, they've piled themselves up on top of this ramp waiting for the top rune spot. I think I know about this observable that's placed. I'm not entirely sure though. Because the Radiant did get theirs down first. And the Dire came across, placed theirs, but then they started pinging out.
30 seconds to
Pinging out.
battle.
I'm not sure if they were just worried about the placement of it or what they're up to, but regardless,
Yeah.
they're going to try and contest this top rune. It's a difficult one though with Fisher, Firefly, Napalm, plus Art Style. His damage output is pretty insane. One, Seneko has already de-warded the Observer Ward there. He gets rolled on by Yol. Like it's all good. That Napalm will force Tornado.RoX away from Rune Spawn and Tron. I'm not sure this is where you want to be, buddy.
battle
Get away.
begins.
Get away as quickly as you can. Dendi will get the rune, get himself into that faster bottle. 60 gold away until he's got that. And
Double
Spectre
bounty rune.
gets the bounty rune down at bottom lane.
Boy.
Bounties for Na'Vi. A good start for them.
Yeah, this is looking really annoying for BZZ. Because against like this Wisp kind of semi-dual lane, you kind of rely on experience, but you lost a bounty rune, so things are looking really for DP. They're early.
But when they lost that Observer Ward as well, with a good sentry from Seiko. He warded out down the bottom lane though, Art Style. Here's what I was talking about. He wants to joystick as much as he can, but the roll from Yol, Art Style, he's in a bit of trouble here. He's going to drop to the Iron Shell, kicking him over, and First Blood goes the way of your Darkseer. That's, Art Style really should have been expecting. With Yol's Earth Spirit missing off the map and rolling himself around. Meanwhile, mid, BZZ gets some more regen sent out as this lane is not going well. Bottle up for Dendi. Pressure is insurmountable as the Batrider just dives under tower.
Bottle on Batrider, early bottle, and DP is nowhere near his bottle, so the 2-minute rune likely is going to go to Na'Vi, although we can't be sure with this Earth Spirit already rocking, getting that first blood for Darkseer.
Yol, where are you heading? Wandering around the Rolling Stone he is. Looking for some mid onto the Batrider because the level 3 on Death Prophet's here. Level 2 Crypt Swarm actually taken up, and not the level 2 Spirit Siphon, which really has become the go-to build for Death Prophets recently. Interesting. I mean, Soul Siphon, the extra slow, the extra HP being sucked out. The reason here is to go for level 2 in Crypt Swarm instead. Is it just raw damage output?
Well, that and like the DP already didn't have such a
Dendi.
good start.
Is Dendi dead here? He gets sucked out. BZZ finds the kill on Soneko. Slowed by that Orb of Venom, Arzeek wants to get in with another stun, but the good tether back across the General. Good Soneko to safety under that tier 1.
So BCZ missed that bounty rune at level 1, and he's already behind on the Batrider. Batrider has boots and blink bottle. So I think his idea is that he wants to just, you know, get that bottle. Like, if he doesn't have bottle or boots, he can't be the aggressor with the Spirit Siphon. Sable will come back, his opportunity. Should have gotten the bounty rune.
Got his boots now. He keeps stacking up this napalm up at top. General is being dived a little bit here by Tron. Clarity Q keeps on ticking. General getting a good Fisher into enchant totem hits. He's actually got no levels in Aftershock, but it's the damage he's looking for. Another hit from the tower would have secured that onto Yol. General doesn't have quite enough control or damage to pick that kill. WePlay just kind of resets, so we've got a couple of kills to our name. The double bounty rune not really, deterring us too much. that Vincere down the bottom lane gets enough farm. Quelling Blades up. Should be okay here. And the Vincere just keeps having to go from lane to lane. Actually gets a double Iron Shell down. Back to this tier 1. The lanes, they've kind of reset themselves. I don't think anyone has, you know, a massive advantage looking at the Slugs, yes, compared to even that and DP. Relatively even as they're, you know, same experience as well. No big opposite in levels there.
For now, Tornado are going to feel, especially the Spectre is going to start to get pressured with higher level Iron Shells, and he's up all his regen. Another at top.
Poor
Should be
Dendi.
okay here. Everybody's still up. Oh, that was actually closer than I thought it would be.
Tornado definitely needed there to come in with the heal and the tether, because that wave of terror probably could have finished him off from the Vengeful Spirit. BZZ gets a bounty rune, still yet to get his bottle. Starting to heat up a tiny amount. General, what's he sitting at? Level 4.5, he's got 600 gold. Still not looking towards the Iron Talon. Is kind of what I was wondering. Head into, does he just go straight into Arcanes? Is it going to be the Tranquil Soul Ring build, which still is pretty popular over on these offlane Earthshakers? Mobility, the movement speed, and mana regen and sustain. Keep spamming out your fishes for as long as you really want to.
Oh, yo.
Rolled in onto mid. Oh, it is there, he's fine. BTZ tries to go for the Soul Siphon, but they've turned it. The Flame Break throws him back over the Fisher, and BZZ has to Spirit Siphon up Dendi, but he's got the heals! He's got a Firefly down as well, and the Death Prophet, suck as you will!
Dire's
Your
middle
OS
tower
Frog
is
spell is
under
not
attack.
enough.
That Flame Break from Dendi was so clutch. Dropping him down the Fissure.
Down the ramp, past the Fisher, onto the Firefly. This Death Prophet. 1-1 and 0. It's not an awful game, but it's definitely not the start you really want with a DP. But you bought time up atop for Tron to farm away. How's Spectre doing? 105. 1,000 gold, so phase boots for Didira are going to be picked up straight off the bat.
Dire's middle
Ghost
tower
Stick.
is
This
under
offlane
attack.
Darkseer, level 6. He's been looking experienced, been leeching it nicely. Soul Ring, Brown Boots, and that Arcane's mech isn't going to be too far away, honestly, as Yol. Way down. Levels, definitely something that Earth Spirit needs. Try and leech it down here while you're around, but Seneko, that's the kill they're aiming for. They're looking for the Wisp. Trying to secure this bot rune to make sure Seneko doesn't get it, but the Wisp knows what's up. Generation rune will go the way of the Earth Spirit.
Ghostic managed to get that early mech. It's going to be so huge for RoX art style. Yeah, Silencer is so rough to play against. He wasn't even that
Ghostic,
far.
he's gonna die as well. No, he's not. Ooh. Close one. TP's out.
General, pick up the Arcane Boot. I think this is really nice because they have a Wisp.
General diving. General's dead. Tron finds the kill.
Yeah, so despite Na'Vi coming into this matchup as the favorites, it looks like, you know, RoX aren't gonna, you know, let them boss them around. They're actually the ones bossing Na'Vi around and getting this early game advantage that this lineup need.
Buy some time for this Death Prophet now. There's Dendi's Bat Rider. Blink Dagger is 700 gold away. We're 7 minutes in, and that blink is going to be imperative for Na'Vi to really try and get a stranglehold back on this game. Kane's in the Soul Ring, he's 2-0-0. Darkseer looking pretty hot right now, and Art Style Silencer. You could see the plan, the laning stage at the very least, to try and zone the Darkseer out. It kind of worked a little bit, but not as much as really they expected. But the big plan, the grand scheme here, is get Art Style level 6. They push Art Style towards the mid lane, get some experience for himself there, maybe try and get yourself, you know, treads. It's the global silence they want. They want the pairing of Global, Spectral Horn, and the Lasso. All from this Na'Vi squad, maybe with a relocate onto the Earthshaker as well. Just to pile as many heroes as they can onto a target and take them down, get that objective after the kill and push into the tier 1s. Na'Vi, they've got the burst of damage output. It's often unexpected. You know, you're kind of sitting there thinking, well, these heroes, they're kind of running around, not doing too much. But when they group up, it's just all the sums of all parts greater. Individual little heroes give you. Yeah,
he's 100 gold away from play.
He's looking for the kill. He wants the flame break. They're not quite going to get the lasso range, and BZZ, he's here. He's invisible with the Spirit Siphon on the Dendi. It's not enough damage, though. With that Crypt Swarm on the Seneko, though, it is. The Wisp is dropped in a kick. They catch Dendi over the side, and they'll try and chase him down. It's Firefly. The Firefly about to wear off. The Blink Dagger cancelled out, though, with the Iron Shell, and Ghostic gets another kill. That Iron Shell up on BZZ. Supposed to kill on Dendi, but he did buy the Blink Dagger, like you said.
That was an odd rotation by Dundee. I think without the Blink Dagger, it was going to take too long for them to actually get in range. Batrider without, that's why Blink Dagger is so core on Blink Dagger. The lasso range is pitiful, and even for Dagger, it was gonna he was gonna lasso in front of the tower, and you can pretty much expect that at least one person on RoX is gonna rotate in. Very risky without the silencer, global
Dire's
even.
middle tower is under attack.
They're so desperate to get this silencer to level 6. Mid art style. Desperate, he's scrambling, but so far, Tornado.RoX, they've been the ones kind of initiating or counter-initiating a lot stronger than Na'Vi have been able to. Tron just continues farming top lane. This Slark is going to become a handful, isn't he? Treads, Aquila, Shadowblade's going to be up soon. What does Na'Vi have to deal with him?
I guess like a really well-coordinated Batrider gank with Silencer even. Because like whatever Slark sees of Batrider, he's used Dark Pact out of like muscle memory. So they need like a global silence that he can't even get like the Dark Pact off or ult. But if you can't deal with the Slark, you know, go to plan B, kill everyone else. No one on RoX other than the Slark has any spells that kind of get rid of Batrider. You can vengeful swap.
Try and
Venge
kick
is gonna
people.
hit level Dune.
Try and kick people away with the Earth Spirit maybe. But Na'Vi, they're all bunkered away in their own jungle. Tornado.RoX start placing these aggressive wards down to keep tabs on these Na'Vi heroes, while Dog's here. Gonna have an 11-minute mech or an 11.5-minute mech here. Just against the components.
Oh, he blinked in, but sure.
He doesn't catch. Still having a free time up at top. Here's Larry. Fishman. Escaped from the reef. And now he's ripping up the map.
Radiant's
Poke.
top tower is under attack.
For a second attempt.
Play.
They got the global silence up too. Because Vengeful is completely worthless. It's really brutal, so...
Where are the targets though? Where are the
Well-
targets? Where is all of Tornado.RoX? There's no aggressive warding here from Na'Vi to see anything, and Arzeek's perfectly positioned on the high ground. He'll tank the gank, lassoed back, the Haunt is there,
Nice
and the
vision.
global as well. They'll secure the kill on the Vengeful Spirit, as well as baiting out an Exorcism, which is honestly a pretty good start here for Na'Vi. 3 ultis expended for 1 kill on a support though. I don't know, is that worth it?
Radiant's top
'Cause this is
tower
where
is under
Tornado.RoX
attack.
just turned
Yeah.
and fight, right?
I think the global was completely wasted
Radiant
because
structures
it's not
are
like
fortified.
the lassoed the TP. So the Venge... So... you only need a global to stop swap from Venge. So the global was wasted, but they also got the Exorcism out, so it canceled each other out. I'd even say you'd almost want to trade global for Exorcism if the Exorcism is not going to be as well.
Unless they can kill Dendi here. He's healed up by Seneko, and they've baited out another big ultimate. The wall is dropped by Ghostic as Dinjiran wants to fight on into this. Ghostic's dropping low.
It's a
Surge
mech
away.
though.
And the mech, he'll be okay. Yol not going to have the same fate. Does drop to the 3-man group up around him, and Arzeek chased out with Dendi's sticky napalms being stacked up, but deep behind the tier 1 for them there. Nice little pick off. Na'Vi, they're just chipping away, getting these little advantages, trying to bring themselves back into the game. There's, once again, the Fishman up to. Tron is still top lane. Still farming, while BZZ was having a good time mid as well. What's out on the courier? Staff of Wizardry. Reds is Yule Scepter, honestly. The timing isn't great, but he's going to have it. He's going to have that Yule Scepter to save himself, to try and use the bat when he jumps in, to get rid of the silence from that global that Artstar will be throwing out, and they see Dendi here. They see he's on low HP, and they know he's blinked across. Blink comes off cooldown. Dendi has to be patient, has to be careful, has to jump away into the stun from Venge, and death from BZZ. Gets the kill. Gonna push into the
Pretty
tier
close. That could have if Dendi dodged that gank, that would have been so huge.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How about this Slark though? Hasn't formed? I think at 13 minutes you usually have either Midas or Blink Dagger or pretty close to Shadow Blade. He's been sort of active around the map, I guess. It's like just complete free fire mode.
Got 2100 gold. Happy. As general is a little bit annoying up on the top lane. 5500 net worth on your Slark right now. What's the kill score? 100, close to 90 last hits. He's actually clearing through the jungle, a little bit paranoid about where Na'Vi is standing. 3 of the mid, 4 of the mid. Again, looking for this aggression play towards the tier 1, but there's an observer ward. The dire high ground watching every movement of them, while Na'Vi see things coming in from the east as well with an observer ward of their own. On the ramp across. Thinking about it. Smoked up and he's looking. The Vengeful Spirit again is the only target really being given here. Not level 6 just yet, so that swap is not available. They want it. They want to kill. There you have the taste of blood fresh on their lips, not BZZ. With the lasso back onto the Death Prophet has good Spectral Horn and a Global, and BZZ just being shredded through it. Ghost Stick, no time to backball, no time to re-engage, and Tron just has to bail on this. The rest of his team is dead, and Na'Vi, they've grabbed themselves a couple of juicy kills onto Tichira, and a good way back into this game.
Yeah, that was a nice, straightforward lasso global silence combo, but I'd like to General's Fissure has been really on point this game. He even blocked off the Venge so they get like additional kills on top of the Death Prophet. How did Earth Spirit get caught out there? Not sure.
I was admiring the Earthshaker. I was looking at General like, yeah, he's done a great job, and Earth Spirit was actually over towards bot rune spot. A bit of T-Tours from me, miss out on a little bit of a kill. Alone the Earth Spirit though, he did pop his Magnetize. That ulti was expended. It's like the Wisp was the one to take him out. Tornado.RoX back to farming go. Do we have the item yet? Does have the Shadow Blade. With its Iron Shell, the Lawnmower, the little fishy man.
But I'm not worried about the Slark. I think it, again, like, the Slark is going to be able to pressure some of Navi's heroes, but if DP plays that kind of game again where he's gonna die every single fight without getting more than 5 seconds of exorcism, or not even, then it's gonna be really tough. Because Earthshaker is really close to Blink Dagger right now, and I don't see anything helping P survive the initial lasso global silence and possibly an Echo Slam from Earthshaker just to be sure. There's a mech on RX here, but other than that, they don't have any utility in defensive saves.
Yep, no full staffs, no glimmer capes, nothing like that. It has to be the Venge with a swap to save the DP from these situations. With Na'Vi smoke and blinking with a lasso, it's going to be difficult to actually get that positioning right for the Vengeful Spirit. Already seen Tron Slark go to action. Stop a kill down a bot on the Spectre with the help of the Darkseer's Iron Shell. Little devil with sharp little teeth. Get him pointy. Thirsty for the blood. Thoughts on Na'Vi. Artstyle with a Treads double null. Balance is up, and Na'Vi start to look for these fights. Tier 1 top being pressured by Tornado.RoX. Death Prophet close to level 11. This point in Exorcism. Game changer here as the extra ghosts being pumped out do a ton of damage. Back onto Na'Vi, so BZZ farms a little jungle camp for himself. Dendi with Blink Force. Finally the secondary item. This is the item that can drag that Death Prophet further and further away from any chance of being swapped or saved or stunned or kicked. Away from the dangerous hordes of Na'Vi heroes that appear from nowhere. They're like smoke in the wind. There's the pit. He's being wrapped on. Tron should catch him. General, no chance. He does not even get the Fissure out. Silence and the DP comes through just in time.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This area was way too secure for Tornado.RoX. They had this ward up, and I think if they were going to go, they had to go strong, and they were kind of waiting for a better setup. Dendi went to mid and smoked up, but it was smoke. No other way to put it. And what's Spectre up to? He isn't going for the Radiance build. He's actually going for the drums into... I'm not sure if that's going to be a Diffusal or Yasha. I guess Yasha is more common than to Anta for some of the silences and spells. Rocks.
The Badman build we've seen previously, all Blink Lasso, Yol's caught mid with the global, there's no swap out, and this Earth Spirit is just screwed, rogered by Spectre. The damage output just too good. Seneko is dropping low, but the Wisp should be fine to heal on back up with that tether. Tron gets a kill up on top though. Now relocate back, the Io dies, but General Blink Echo with a combo there, he's in chat totem! Well, Tron slipping away. The little devil trying to escape, there's no reveal, and Shadowblade will save him, keep alive, and back to fishy heaven, down the toilet he goes.
That was so close. General even had max aftershock. Master 10 totem shooter. He actually had like a stun, airtight combo. Pretty close. And meanwhile, the Rocks are gonna take this Roach. Needed against that Rider combo.
Tron, Aegis, and working towards that Eye of Skadi. Pretty good on the Slark, honestly, and again, we come back to the point, what can stop? What can keep this little boy on lockdown apart from a good global silence from Artstyle? Then if you're using it aggressively, if you're using it to combo up with the Haunt, with the Blink Lasso, Na'Vi, the back foot a little bit here for the next couple minutes. So a gem is picked up by Artstyle to keep tabs on the Observer wards. So that Shadowblade Slark if the little guy is for the supports on the back lines, which obviously he will be doing. BCZ has caught up a fair amount though. Not only catching up, but overtaking Spectre in net worth. Now with Yules and working towards what could be Rod of Atos, but also could just be Carty boost to work into Heart later on. But not too shabby, but it's the split push that's happening right now. Two heroes behind Tron down at bot lane. Trolling tier 2 while Na'Vi are kind of scrambling to get anything on the map, just a foothold, anything. Bendy's given the gem, but Observer wards here for Na'Vi, not limited, but non-existent. There's one watching towards the mid lane, gonna see BZZ move down towards bot rune spot, but there's no aggressive wards. There are no wards here for Na'Vi that watch for smokes or anything like that. While Tornado.RoX, they've got a couple of pretty good Observer wards here, watching both jungle and top lane rotations, where Na'Vi are going to be setting up for the next couple of minutes.
I think RoX is going to rotate back into the jungle and chase them out, chase Na'Vi out of their own jungle. When DP first went, when they kill the Roche, the first time I thought it might go to the DP, the Aegis, so that he can get a lasso, take the global, but he'll revive and have but they decided to give it to Tron, which means he can play ultra aggressive. It's really, the Aegis on a hero like Slark is like the perfect combo. Na'Vi are sort of aware that it's time to get out.
To run. Dendy, keep you away. Slark on his tail. They hunt him down. So Greaves on Ghost Stick, Yol. Veil is nearly done for him. Gold magic damage, Evola Spirit really starts to really weave his magic. Dim Ghost combination as well with the vacuum wall. They'll smoke up. And where's the Slark? Still up at top lane. Things come out from both blue players there. Can the Wisp signaling the intent, but Dendy, the kick is caught. Yol, he gets the combo down. He's got that magnetize as well, but the global silence and the spectral horn back, and Dendy's dead. The rest of Na'Vi trying to counter initiate, but the wall's down. I don't think General wants to really blink on and initiate blindly. Fight they can't see and just look Tron.
Slark coming in from
the back. The backstab, the jump onto General, a couple of hits and Earthshaker, not Earth Spirit, but General. He's the one who's going to be shredded. The kick isn't on the mark though, and Tron cannot secure the kill while Digirod jumps back in to deter the fishy man from fighting any further. Put his Aegis up, but they find Dendy. That initiation tool for Na'Vi is now gone, and RoX, they control the map as they push into tier 2.
Loss is so big right now because I think the only way Na'Vi were going to survive like prolonged mid game was if they were able to play catch and mouse with RoX, but now that they got their gem stolen, and if Slark for example gets that gem, Na'Vi are going to be so scared to leave the base.
Oh, they're going to stop this right now. They've not got global or haunt. for a good minute. And Dendy with his lasso isn't going to be good enough to catch target off guard because where is he standing? Waiting. Ready for that swap back if there is any initiation here from Na'Vi, and Tron, with his Aegis still up, few little hits in on that tower and bails himself out. Bide our time and wait because Girard still farming himself through into these bigger items. He's got his Yasha done, and this has kind of been the Badman build recently. We've seen a lot of phase earn drums, Yasha, and then go back into the Radiance. We've seen a bit of Manta style if you're behind. Diffusal blades come out from time to time. That's just getting into, like, you know, drums, Yasha. Pad out those stats and get that movement speed up and running. With the phase boots, you do have enough damage to kill off some supports if they're left alone. Desolate damage is no joke. They'll try and get that Radiance a little bit faster though. Gerard definitely feels the pain.
Looks like he is gonna go for the Radiance. If he wanted that Manta, he would have bought by now, but probably Manta is not gonna make enough difference. Need for, you know, dodging Venge Stuns, getting rid of the Silencer and D and Earth Spirit, but their team needs to be able to kill RoX. That's how they're gonna win this game. They're gonna team wipe RoX somehow, and okay, never mind. He went for the Diffusal.
Oh, he finished it up. Okay. Nice for Ditchy. Well, on the Death Prophet, Vitality Booster, not a Rod of Atos, goes into the Octarine core. So went for raw HP and now going into the Octarine. Reduced the cooldown of your ultimate by a significant amount, honestly. Drops from like 145 to 115, something along those lines. It's oh man, he's got the
Slark on Scotty.
He can try and jump.
Scotty on Slark.
But I think Ditchy, yeah, just straight up dead. Even with a Diffusal Blade, like, he's not going to lose any gold, and that's that Radiance that potentially was going to be building into. Going to be a lost out because he went for this build. But who's this? Nako. Oh, he must have relocated up to try and save the.
Yeah, as soon as Solicitor got gone on, he relocated behind the tier top, but
Radiant's
it was not.
is under attack. Radiant
Even if he had come on time, the damage was way too much.
Came too late. Enough. Now BZZ with this ultimate up. Through Exorcism, is this a point at which you take tier 2 and push tier 3? Because there are no further objectives for Tornado.RoX to go and get. Is it just a case of now choke pointing out and trying to keep Na'Vi back in their base? Because limiting farm is going to be huge.
Yeah, I think they should back, just like they are doing now. No need to take it too fast. The Na'Vi have pretty much everything, okay? And having expanded the field for tier 2, he's not going to get the full value out of the tier 3. And there's a lot of room to grow still. Slark can go for a BK, Basher,
Dagon 5.
Yeah, oh, Dagon 5.
You know? Why the hell not?
Moonshard.
Oh, Moonshard would be legit, actually.
And, like, BZZ is still... He's gonna finish up an Octarine core, and DP was going to have a somewhat tough game, but, you know, he's second on the network charts, and he only has 2 items so far, so happy to grow and know that Na'Vi are not going to be able to farm as efficiently as they are. RoX are not scared at all. We have this Slark who's almost invincible, Darkseer with this already increased Blink Bow. They're feeling very in control. With this, one thing we didn't mention is that Slark's Shadow Dance is going to allow Soul to, you know, get rid of these wards very safely. And they're playing it super paranoid. Look at how they're de-warding. When Slark first saw this ward, he ran away from it. It's a bait, or like they were just here.
Na'Vi is so timid, so paranoid. Tron.
Oh, art style.
Forward. Is he going to find him? Art style is going to be the go. Doesn't want Snako. Wants the little Sansa instead. The global is now down for 40 seconds. Good on the side. General. Blink 4 staff was waiting for a reinitiation there, but he's going to have to TP back to Fountain, and Dendy, who's kind of left to his own devices to defend up against this. BZZ has his ultimate up in 15 seconds. Be a lane of racks here with no glyph available. Na'Vi definitely hard pressed to defend up against this. Tron though with no dark axe. He's actually grabbed up with the swap back, and the silence is there. They don't have global silence, and Arzik, he stuns a vacuum, cancels out General, so he cannot blink and echo into the depths, and down goes Dendy. Tornado.RoX, that's a big kill. No lasso. 5 seconds until Sansa is up, but BZZ has his ultimate ready, and Tron, the Slark up on the front lines, he can just go straight on into this tier 3 tower. General waiting for the Blink Echo, but there's no big target, there's no creep wave. And honestly for Na'Vi, there's close to no hope here. They need the big plays, they need that big wombo combo. Girard running forward, trying to find someone to pick off. He's going to see BCZ here, but the Yule's into the air. Keeps him safe and happy for now. It's art style. The global is ready, but is he going to have a chance to use it? He's dead before he gets a say in it. Silence with a silencer as Suneko's chased down by this Death Prophet as well. A decent attempt at a Fisher there from General, but Girard, the damn Spectre, the big Blink Echo. General's caught 4 of them, but they turn, they fight. Dendy's alive. The rest of Tornado.RoX, they're being shredded as BCZ tries to soul siphon out Suneko, but he's taken out by Girard. General gets a double kill on the back of that big old Echo Slam. Oh, Tron, go back to Australia. There's no room for you here.
I'll take that.
So patient from General. I thought that this might be no cracks and kind of like semi GG, but General held on to that Echo Slam for almost like a 2 minutes standout, and that was like the perfect moment, sort of unexpected for RoX, and they had to retreat into this choke point at bottom back to Radiant. And that, I think General might have just won them the game. Not win the game, but prevent them from losing the game straight out.
It was kind of cool. Tornado.RoX, they cancelled his blink like 3 or 4 times. Like there were 2 instances like at the tier 3 down the bottom lane where it's like vacuum, the iron shell, there was little things poking and prodding General. That blink echo. He said he was so patient, he just backs up 4 staffs away, waits for his time to strike. General's Earthshaker. He has been on point so far, and he's saved himself up 1800 gold, got that gem back on top of everything else. Dendy...
Tron has that BKB now on Slack. It's gonna change things.
We didn't go Dagon 5?
Oh, Dagon 5.
That's a big surprise.
Well, what, isn't E-Blade cooler on Slark anyway? You steal all that Agi and then you E-Blade someone for like more than Dagon 5 damage?
Oh, that would be disgusting. Stealing all that agility.
Style points. They're gonna get an easy Roche, I think. Now you're gonna... I think they should have an idea by now.
Na'Vi have almost a full complement of spells here, but Roshan is already dead.
Maybe a Spectre Haunt into Roche steal? I mean, they clearly want to do something about it right now.
Bendy. Being sent up into the air into a cyclone, and now he's chased out. That silence in there from Artstyle. They tried to turn this a little bit onto Yol, but BZZ's ghost still flowing through. He's lassoed up, and Yol is invisible with the Shadow Hammer that keeps himself alive a little bit longer. The vacuum wall is dropped down onto Artstyle, but Na'Vi are fighting through it all. BZZ, the Spirit Siphon is good, but is it good enough with that relocate out? Na'Vi, they get a pick and they retreat, but Roshan still fell here to Tornado.RoX.
They only lost Yol though. It's not the worst. They had to use all the spells on Na'Vi except Echo Limb, and trading Yol for 4 ultimates basically. It's a trade that they're willing to take. They're so ahead that it doesn't really matter anyway. Aegis is safe and intact on the Slark.
Hector, Manta. Girard, he's got a long road to travel. 4, 2, and 6. 11,000, 12,000 net worth. The Spectre though, the issue is here, he's up against Tricor of Darkseer, Slark, and DP. Clark already has a good time against Spectre. Fair enough. Then you're against a Darkseer who has the wall up against the Spectre, and, you know, turning things around on you like that is annoying. Death Prophet, who evades your attacks, heals through those. That Yule Scepter up. We're out of danger. It's honestly just a situation. Girard. Who does he look to focus in the team fights, man?
I think he has to start from the back line and go from weak strongest, sort of. Unless it's like a super good combo onto Lasso into Echo onto the DP. Or the Darkseer even. Go for him. But they probably won't be able to kill a Slark. KB Slark with an Aegis, pretty invincible. So I think Ra has to start with like the Earth Spirit and the Vengeance, who are easily killable at this stage of the game, and go for, you know, whoever the team's focusing. If they manage to catch RoX sort of out of position, excuse me, I thought after that last fight, gone for bottom racks. Because DP had that octarine core, he was only 30 seconds off ults again. So with all 4 ults, minus Cycle Slam being off
top tower is under
on
attack.
cooldown, they could have maybe pressured rack.
A little bit scared, a little bit worried about what General do to them, blocking off these waves of fissures and art style. You know, they've got their full combo ready again. Na'Vi available to go and jump into these team fights if they want to, but just look at their positioning right now. To get out of their base, they have to smoke. Proposition to leave barricades that Tornado.RoX have kind of set up for them. Not necessarily hard barricades with heroes standing around. Right. Overlord scouting them out and a little pushman. Tron, the Slark, he's up at top. Now Na'Vi can push out a little bit more. They know Slark's not here. They know they're not going to get jumped on and shredded by him. That's a big item for the Darks here. Lotus Orb. Turn around. Can you dispel Global Silence? You can, right?
Yeah, sure.
So you can dispel...
Yeah, that's you can dispel it for someone else. So he can dispel the global for himself with Guardian Greaves and dispel it for, you know, one of his teammates with Lotus Orb. Cool. Oh, nice Yules up there.
General.
Spirit's pretty dead. Oh wow, they popped a global for that.
They're trying to turn this.
He's gonna die anyway.
With Tron. With the Dark Pack there, General, you're right. They're straight up dead. BKB Dandy.
Oh,
TP away the what? They did he cancel his TP? The hell? Bench swap Slark, right? I'm not going crazy.
Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But then he might have seen been like.
Bendy thought that he was going to get swapped or he had been swapped, so he moved and cancelled his TP. Okay.
Yeah, he had BKB on Dundee. Might have lived, even if he canceled. But mistake on top of a mistake.
Radiant structures
Now they're in a
fortified.
lot of trouble, basically. Spark didn't steal that much Agi, but stopping them from tower for free right now. He still has an Aegis, although I think the
like 15 seconds, something like that on Aegis, so they're not going to get the best ability to really utilize it. I'll just go straight up to high ground, to healing up a tiny amount with that Shadow Blade back.
They might go for the Slark when the Aegis expires. That might be pretty neat.
That's why Lotus Orb's thrown up onto Spark as Tron continues healing through. There's the Aegis gone. Na'Vi lose a tier 3, but they still hold on to these racks, and again, the threat of this high ground defense from Na'Vi is just so strong. Tornado.RoX just don't feel comfortable.
Na'Vi just smoked right now.
They've got 3 lanes to push out. Well, they've got 2 lanes to push out, or else it's super obvious it's coming.
I mean, it's already pretty obvious, I think, but the only thing that makes it pretty neat is that they only need these 2 people, Dendi and General, to be out in the, you know, field, and Spectre can haunt in, and Wisp can relocate Silencer in.
Well, they're jumping on BZZ. There's the lasso, and Zapshore haunt forward. They're catching the DP off guard, and Tron, he goes in on the Dendi, but the heals are there, and the BKB's up. They'll turn onto Seneko as Tron finishes off one in the vacuum wall. It does jump down to the DJR, but he's TPing the bash. The bash from Tron cancels the TP as Dendi.
Oh, poor Dendi.
Up on the high ground. At least he kills the Vengeful Spirit below him.
Doesn't get the EXP.
Tornado.RoX, they bust a lot of their abilities.
Nice attempt though. Honestly, this game is hard for Na'Vi, but you saw how BZZ wasn't completely, like, he was completely caught off guard. He was actually expecting some kind of like golem camp or something, and as he turned into the trees, he runs into a lasso, followed by like all kinds of chaos that Na'Vi threw at them.
Buyback here though for Na'Vi, 30 seconds without your Spectre, no Glyph and General. He's Shadow Bladed up, he's invisible, he's waiting for this moment to strike, but it's just a Fissure. And slow down Tron, maybe save their racks, but it's too late. Melee's gone. Tron also handle in the wind as well, retreating himself away. Rox get themselves a good foothold once more in this game as we take a look at overall 12,000 net worth lead here. Past 10 minutes or so though, it's been pretty steady. There's been a little bit of an up and down. Na'Vi bring themselves back in, but trending Rox's way. Experience, same story, about an 8,000 lead for them as well. At this point, you're just waiting for the next Roshan, right, to end the game.
or a pickup. They're pretty damn comfortable that without Roche. There's still some timer on Roche late spawn for one more attempt and still respawn in time to contest Roche. But BP has that BKB now, so harder for Navi to burst down the BKB because a large portion of the initial burst comes from these Firefly and Flame Break on top of General's combo. And not to mention, there's a cool thing where Darkseer can Lotus Orb the Venge and, you know, swap out. He's probably tired of, you know, being the sacrificial during this whole game.
A little bit annoying. Good rush on respawn there for Tornado.RoX though, as it's pretty fast. And Entelly's up. Also looking at the Spectre. You know, her Desolate damage not going through BKB. That's a lot of the damage output as well. So BZZ feeling pretty safe. Any initiation that Na'Vi does throw at them, while Artstyle, Staff of Wizardry into Ghost Scepter. I don't know if he was aiming for, I don't know, Force Staff or a Yule's or something like that for this silencer, but going back for the Ghost Scepter, definitely threatened by the Slark jumping around, with his Basher up and Abyssal Blade nearly complete. Tron could go and finish that off and take the next Aegis if he really wants to.
We're at bottom, Na'Vi, you gotta come really quick for this.
Just be forfeit, they've got a Glyph in how long? 35 seconds. This tier 3 is already dead, it looks like, before the Glyphs even back up with Tron on this high ground. Na'Vi, they'll jump forward with General, force Tron back a little bit just through the fear of secondary initiation with Dendy's Lasso being available. Tornado.RoX, they force Na'Vi back. They can go to defend top, farm themselves through,
they
or
saw
take...
the Roche.
Oh, they saw it? Nice. Had that courier scouting Roshan out. They're not going straight in there. And I guess you don't want to pop Exorcism for this, do you? Oh, they're going to use it anyway.
They do. They are suspecting that Na'Vi are going to contest anyway, so they're going to basically draw Na'Vi in with the Roche, and they might even just get it before. This is like way too fast. It's for Na'Vi to predict the Roche all this fast. And with the Octarine Core, it's not a big deal. Also, only 90 seconds left. The DP ult.
Yol was trying. He tried to get there with a combo and kick Stone into Dendy's bum. He was too quick with a Force Staff.
Raw going for back for that Radiance, fourth item Radiance. Third.
Interesting. Interesting stuff. And against the double KB of Tornado that have got on Slark and the Death Prophet already.
Well, he does have the Manta already, which as soon as he gets a Radiance, you know, looking at how contained Na'Vi are, they have ways to push out waves with the, you know, cheap Manta and Manta spam with Radiance. So that'll be a nice feature, even though damage-wise it's not going to be best in team fights, seeing as how rocks are so farmed. Are you gonna get some easy TP scrolls?
Na'Vi just need that golden ticket. They just need that one opening where they can get the big Echo Slam from General and they can turn a team fight right now. Pretty desperate for them. Tornado.RoX have full control of this map. Na'Vi, though, still got their wombo combo. It's
Yeah,
a matter of
I
landing
mean,
it.
I've been hyping up how rocks are really comfortable in this game and Slark's almost invincible, but
Super hard to push
they're
high
still
ground.
playing against an Earthshaker Spectre. You don't feel that comfortable. One racks up, one melee racks up.
especially if they're using relocate to do little shit like this, honestly. Seneko relocates Ditchira up the top so they can split push harder, faster, stronger, and maybe even go deeper. Interesting though. He brings Ditchira back. Kind of expecting the Spectre to stay top and then haunt back down for this team fight, but Ditchira wants to be up on the front lines. The point man front trying to get in onto Tron for him. They see the Slark, so they can do anything to stop it with a good Force Staff. And that Dark Pact is gone, but the last one onto BZZ, the Ghosts have been popped with a global silence there. They just need to get the damage dealt, but BKB for BZZ with a 4-man vacuum wall. It looks like Tornado.RoX have turned this initiation straight back on its head, and that magnetized. Silence down on the Denji and Ditchira. There's nothing left RV to really do. They've got Blink Echo up and running. Shadowblade forward. General waiting and biding his time. The Fisher, the Blink Echo, he's going to throw it now. Jump in, find Tron, but he's just waiting for the agents to pop and the exorcism to come through. But there's the Echo, catches the Venge, and the Death Prophet is Dichirana. Desolate damage. The dispersion bouncing back onto its partners. But it's Tron, still the Slark, alive once more from the reef, back again to take out the Wisp.
Oh, Dandy.
Lucky BZZ, the overpowered Spirit Siphon. No big surprise there that Dendy was slowed down too much to really handle. And another lane of racks gonna go the way of Tornado.RoX as mid lane is pushed in by creeps. General tries his hardest to keep them at bay for as long as possible, but even his Earthshaker is no match. Tron on the Slark.
Final set of racks. Don't have exorcism, but
Trying to catch BZZ. General. Siphon's there with the gem up on the Death Prophet. General is dead. General becomes a private as he's taken to the grave. Again, it is this little fishman, Slark, 7-0 and 11. Gem Basher and I guess Abyss Blade coming out as well. But the Shiver's Guard for Death Prophet don't even need to leave this enemy base. They're just continually pushing in lane after lane after lane, and Na'Vi cannot catch a break.
yeah, did you see how TP healed up so much the last fight? He got jumped on. I mean, to be honest, I was lagging because of the European servers, so that's Colin.
I'm guessing quadruple Soul Siphon just sucking out everyone for their life points. Here we go, General. They come in, but there's no Echo Slam. Arzik is the one that swaps back the vacuum wall again, catching 4. And Ghostic with that Lotus Orb up on himself. They can't focus him down with anything, with Tron just pouncing, leaping, jumping from target to target. Dichirana dodges the kick, he dodges the silence pull as well, but the rolling boulder from Yol will finally find a kill. Tron still in the enemy base though, kills off Dendy with a godlike streak and a double kill.
Dire's structures
Going
are
for more.
fortified.
Dichirana brought back. The Spectre is alive again. Once more. To find her old haunt. It's a difficult jump in if she wants to try and fight with that style. They've found Tron. The damage is good. But the Slark, he's finally dead. Dichirana gets the kill and a godlike streak to boot. Yo, TPing away, but the damage output, the Glimmer Cape. Safe.
Not sure if that was worth being died on the Slark for the racks, but it's not like it was like the final set of racks of the 6. Like, still, it's not mega creeps. And I suppose Spectre didn't get that much gold because he had 0 on buyback, so that's like good. If Spectre got the full 1600 gold, then that might have been like game turning moment right there.
Regardless, nearly got a hex on Ghost Stick at this point. 4,000 gold. Ultimate Orb. Be a Lincoln Sphere. No, it's going to be the hex. All hex is done and done. With Mega Creeps nearly up here against Na'Vi, the pings come out from Tron saying, lads, take that last building. There's one building left and we've pretty much got this game secured because...
Is this going to be a relocate?
Up to the Fisher. Relocate comes in as well, and there's the Echo. BZZ, good pick. The Yule Scepter up, the Diffuser Blade purges it down. Na'Vi, they get themselves a little bit of time here. 95 seconds, a minute and a half. For Na'Vi to try and reclaim some of this map. It's gonna take a lot. They're burning down trees, burning down waves of creeps. But Na'Vi, they desperately need to go and teamfight into this. Even with no Echo Slam, they need more picks. They need more towers. Wondering, do they need the next Roshan? Can they claim it?
Their Roche is kind of low and not so easy against Vacuum Wall. Mark just going in. But a slight lack of discipline from RoX. I don't think there was any reason for DP to be out there. If they're going to do something, they need the Slark. By far the most powerful hero on Dire right now. And they're kind of too eager to end the game. Whereas, you know, if they just take it calm and study, it's the fastest as counterintuitive that might sound.
Throw anything away and extend the game unnecessarily. Lock right now. Moonshard eaten, Abyssal Blade acquired. 3,000 gold in the bank. Now, while Dendy, he's got 3,000 gold of his own, but buying items on Dendy, honestly, an awkward position. Do you go to travel? Do you go for, a refresher orb here? A hex? What's the plan for Batrider?
Dire's
I don't know.
No one item.
Scepter. I want to see an Aghanim Scepter on Batrider.
And then try and grab Slark and DP at the same time?
Oh, yeah, that would be baller. And what if you get a refresher and you grab 2 people and then you grab another 4 people?
2 plus 2 is 4!
Yeah. Have you seen an Aghanim Scepter on Batrider?
I've seen Ags once.
Like in a match, though.
It was like at the very end of a game. I think it was Sex Bambo. I can't quite remember, but I've seen it once. It was kind of uninspiring, underwhelming. It was like, oh, it's an Aghanim Scepter. That's 4k gold expended on thing that kind of looked cool, but didn't really do
honestly,
too much.
When the Ags first came out for Batrider, I was expecting something cooler because this basically like a chain lasso, which is not going to happen that often.
Smoke into smoke. WePlay, they've already burnt through theirs already, it looks like, though.
Oh no.
Navi! That's not real. That's not real.
Yo, at least they didn't, expend Echo Slam or Bubble. It's only a second cooldown on the end of the world.
Oh. Navi are actually saving up a fair amount of money here. We're looking at Wisp with 2,300 gold. Lads and Mech already done up on him. Silencer with 2,000 saved up. Earthshaker 2,000. Everyone I guess is just kind of holding on to that buyback. Vector needs minutes until buyback's off cooldown. The heart completed, getting tankier and tankier. Na'Vi are still not out of this game, even with 2 full lanes of racks gone. We kind of doubted their
General.
Oh dearie me. He walked straight into the fish. Straight into his grave again. 67 seconds without your Earthshaker, without your Echo Slam. The end game. If Tron and Tornado.RoX can get themselves towards this top final racks. Also. But yeah, we were looking at the wave clip at Na'Vi and thinking, hang on a second, there's not that much, not an amazing amount. They've caught someone mid. Yol limicaping himself away back to safety. They're going to be able to bring him down. This little Earth Spirit, he's going to pop his Magnetize, he's going to turn and fight with a Vacuum Wall as well from Ghost Stick. They grab them both with a Veil down. Artstyle's dead, but at least Dendy will escape with a good TP. On the back though, the Spectre was taken out by the Death Prophet. Tornado.RoX, they've got this massive window now where they can just run themselves ham down middle lane.
I think GG.
Well, I think it's game over as well.
Yeah, I think the swap on the bench before the Global Silence game completely changed everything. It made Dendy and Artstyle, they basically had to chase, and it split up the focusing on Na'Vi. Slight, miscommunication. Global was slightly off.
Here's Dendy just trying his hardest, but top racks, the final building, the Bastion of Hope, it's gone! And Na'Vi now up against Mega Creeps as the Vac back. Gonna combo up with anything quite just yet. General, Blink Echo, catches a couple, Yol is dead, yep, Earth Spirit's gone. There's the revenge for the Ebola. But BZZ feels no pain, dives in under Fountain, try and get a kill onto Dendy, and there's no lasso just right now. Suneko keeps himself alive with a force tap back and a good fisher again. But BZZ just soul siphoning everything away from Dendy, even under Fountain regeneration. Taking him low. Thrown, not yet exposed, but at this point, Tornado.RoX in such a good position just to run away with this game. BZZ, what's he got left in the tank actually? Shiva's Guard, Offering Core, try and heal up at the swap. RZ keeps him alive. Dendy wants to finish it off. He's not going to burn down, is he? Not quite. The sticky napalm.
Yules?
Him alive.
Oh, I thought he was, being nuked by Silencer.
It's just the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit dies again.
Roche is up, of course. So, easy Roche.
Again? Every time.
So, Na'Vi haven't lost the game yet.
Contrast to the previous game we saw, right? Where people were rage quitting the game before it even ended, before GG was called. Na'Vi in here for the long haul. No rage quits from them. And Ditchira with a playmail up. gonna be Assault Cuirass? Yes, it must be. No, no massive reason to go like a Shiva's Guard or a Lotus Orb on your Spectre. AC gonna be decent against the spirits from X's Death Prophet. Physical damage is pretty nasty.
I think a butterfly, but I guess like what I noticed is that he bought an item before, like after he died by the Dire Ancients, and then he didn't really have much to do. He didn't have buyback, so his career was at the secret shop, and he made that plate mail purchase. Are they going to be able to leave their base? Because RoX can just suicide every time. Like they don't even have to. How low the tier 4s are, you can basically brute force their way to their...
That's what I'm looking at right now. Na'Vi are in their base just waiting for Tornado.RoX to kind of walk in. Because Na'Vi want the big combo. They want the big Echo Slam from General to try and win a team fight. But if Tornado.RoX don't give them that opportunity, what does Na'Vi do? They have to farm super creeps. They have to farm mega creeps. These are not the easiest creeps to beat. General's wasting Fishers. Ditchirar is just wailing away at them. Bot lane. We might see the fight kick off though. It's up on BZZ, Aegis on Tron, Ghost Stick still with the Hex, the Blink available. They might jump off the Ditchirar here to try and get the initiation. Dagger will slow down Ghost Stick. BKB up
nice
from Tron.
BKB
Well timed. Now the Abyssal Blade onto the Spectre, but he turns the fight. Tron is actually dropping low on the HP here, but they just walk on forward. With a vacuum not thrown out by Ghost Stick, he only drops the wall. He did actually vacuum, but missed out on every single target until finally magnetized. The Ebola Spirit joins the party. Ditchirar's hunting Ghost Stick, but it's just not enough damage to finish off anyone. Finally, BZZ, he's going to be forced to pop the cheese, but Tron has Aegis. They're back up to full HP. Ditchirar cannot withstand the pain. Buys back, but GG is called. RV are going to lose their throne. Ditchirar jumps straight back on him, but the Spectre has nothing to handle with Tron Slug. With that, Tornado.RoX take
he
the
only
best
died
of one.
once too. Or even Ghost Stick, I wasn't paying attention to the scoreboard, but Tron died only that one time where he suicided for the racks, and Ghost Stick, I can't quite remember, but what an upset. Nice game from RoX, and you know, for a moment I thought Na'Vi might come